Good morning. Welcome to our Collision Children's Message. It is Sunday, February 28th, the last day of February. As always, I'm thankful for you young people that continue to watch both live and then later on, whether it's later on today or later on during the week. There continues to be several people that watch the children's video. So I'm thankful for each one of you, thankful for those of you that share these videos. I know that youth are important, children are important. That's why we do 3 a week. We do this on Sunday, then we do the one on Tuesday night with Impact and the one Wednesday night with Crash. We do not want to neglect our youth. So with that said, let me open with a prayer. Father, I thank you for the young people and pray, God, that you would speak to them now loud and clear. Amen. We're in the book of 3 John. I'm going to read something that's important here. Listen to what John says. It says, it gives me great joy to have some brothers and sisters come and tell me about your faithfulness to the truth and how you continue to walk in the truth. I have no greater joy than to hear that my children are walking in the truth. Wow. John says, I have no greater joy than knowing that my children are walking within the. Now, we don't know if John had children or didn't have children, but he does say here in 1 John 2, he says, my children. He calls it my children. It's 2:1. He says, my dear children. So he calls the church his children, but I want to say that my biggest prayer and my biggest desire is that my children and my grandchildren are walking with the Lord. There's nothing more important to me. Nothing more important. Now, it's important that my children get a good education. I made sure of that. It's good to make sure that my grandchildren, I try to help with that as much as I can. That they have good morals and good discipline and all that kind. But boy, nothing more important than the fact that they're walking with the Lord. I'm so happy that my children married Christians. I pray that my grandchildren will do the same thing. That's why God says in his word, do not be yoked together with unbelievers. They have nothing in common with believers. So I'm so thankful that my children married believers. John tells us here in this verse that it gives him great joy to hear that his children are walking with Jesus. Great joy. Gives me great joy. And I hope for you parents that are watching this, I hope that it gives you great joy knowing that your children are walking with the Lord. Now, just like John, I consider everyone at Collision my children, regardless of their age. It gives me great joy when I see my own children walk with the Lord, my grandchildren walk with the Lord, and it gives me great joy when I see your children, your grandchildren walking with the Lord. Great joy. I do everything I can to help my children and grandchildren, and I do everything I can to help the church children. That's why I continue doing this ministry online. Now, I know it's not the same. I realize that. It's not the same as it is for when we used to meet together as a group. But those days are coming pretty soon. The weather's getting nicer now. As soon as it's nice at nighttime, hopefully we'll be able to start meeting as a group. But that's why I kept doing these devotions, because I wanted to stay connected to you, because I want to make sure that you are walking with the Lord, because that's what gives me great joy. So when I get a chance to see some of you, and I hear about Sammy, how you are still walking with the Lord, that gives me incredibly great joy. When I hear about Liz and Julie, when I hear about Manny and his brother, oh my gosh. It gives me great joy. Great joy. So I don't get a chance to see as much now. Aiden and Abby and Abigail and Charlotte now too. I don't get to see them hardly at all. I don't get to see Harrison and Isla at all. But my prayer is that they're walking with the Lord. That gives me great joy. I want you to keep growing in your faith. I was excited with these devotions that my grandchildren got to start watching some of them. Because when we were meeting as a group, they couldn't attend because they were in bed before we ended with Impact or Crash. But now, as a result of being online, they're able to watch some of them. I have grandchildren now in Austin, Texas, that are able to watch some of them now as a result of being online. So I'm excited that I'm able to still keep ministering to my children, my grandchildren, and to all of your children and your grandchildren. So what about you? How important is it to you, parents that are watching this? How important is it to you that your children are walking with the Lord? Grandparents, how important is it to you that your grandchildren are walking with the Lord? I hope it's extreme importance to you. It's so important that you are encouraging your children and grandchildren to watch these videos. That when we do start meeting again, that you encourage them to go to the youth groups, to go to church. They need your encouragement. Children need to be encouraged. I'm excited that you're excited enough that you're sharing these videos. As a result, your family and friends have access to them. And I'm seeing many, many new people now that are watching these videos as a result of you sharing them. Your family and friends would not be watching these videos had you not shared them. So I'm praying that you as parents are just as excited about your faith, because your children are only going to be as excited as what you are with your faith. When you're excited about your faith, they're excited about their faith. Think of this. Kids that go to college. They go to college because it was decided before they were even born that they were going to go to college. Their parents encouraged them and pushed them to go to college. That's would never have happened probably without their encouragement. The parents train their children to be hard workers. They give them chores to do around the house. They work alongside of them. They teach them how to cook. They teach them how to take care of the yard. They teach them things. It's important, all those things. Well, it's just as important teaching them about God. You aren't gonna get them excited about their faith if you're not excited about your faith. Just like you're not gonna get them to go to college if college doesn't mean anything to you. You're not gonna get them to work hard if work doesn't mean anything to you. You parents have to be excited about it. Now, I've been excited about my faith, and that's why it rubbed off on my children, and it's rubbing off on my grandchildren, and it's rubbing off on other family members. I have my brother that's staying with us now that's in his last days. And it was interesting. He asked last night how he could watch the video this morning for Collision. So I'm thankful for these videos that we're able to continue reaching you. But boy, there's nothing more important to me, nothing more important than to see you children, you young people, still walking with the Lord. And I'm going to do everything I can to help you to do that. Parents, important for you to walk with the Lord, and I know it's important to you that your children are walking with the Lord. Grandparents, I know that it's important that your grandchildren are walking with the Lord. I'm here to help you to do it. I'll help you in every way I can to continue to help them to walk with the Lord. Amen. Let me close with a prayer. Father, I thank you as always for every young person that's going to watch this video. Thank you for those that are willing to share these videos to get them out to more and more people. God, your young people are important, and it gives us great joy when we see them walking with you. And I can only imagine the joy it gives you when you see them walking with you also. Amen. Hey, thanks for joining. Tuesday night will be our next youth message at 7 o'clock with Impact, and then Wednesday night, 7 o'clock with Crash. Have a great day. Have a great weekend. God bless you all.